The modern school system wasn't designed by educators. It was built by industrialists.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I have a certificate. May not be a master's, but it's something extra along with the 2 degrees, you know? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is, the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems? You want to answer some customer service calls? So what am I supposed to do?" And you know, I'm looking down at these and I'm looking at them and I'm kind of wondering. I'm like, what was this for again? Oh, I don't know.
Rockefeller was clear.
I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers.
Schools are factory simulators. The bell rings, you move. The uniform erases your identity. The test rewards repetition, not intuition. Take your creative spark and cage it within an ego that craves validation and grades. Because a man with a degree is an employee. But a man aware of his divinity is ungovernable. The matrix starts in the classroom, but the code to exit is already within you.
It's scary to wake up and realize that every single thing you've been taught your entire life is a complete fucking scam. The school system that just spent 12 years making you into an employee. The financial system that is literally there to keep you broke and dependent on it. The pharmaceutical companies that literally make more money when you're sick than when you're healthy. And the fucking news is just fear delivered on a schedule to keep you stupid and easy to control. And when you start to actually see that, most people just panic, because if it's all a lie, then what has the last 20 years of your life been about? So they jog on back to their 9 to 5, put on the news before bed, tell themselves everything's fine. And honestly, I get it, because once you accept that the game is rigged, you have to actually do something about it. You can't just sit there anymore.
Do you know why people don't think it's easy to make $1 million? Because they go to school. And school is the worst thing you can send your children to. The school is cool, keep kids in school. That is propaganda, and here's why. Do you know who founded and funded the General Board of Education? John D. Rockefeller. Do you know what he said? He said, "I am not in the business of making a nation of thinkers. I'm in the business of making a nation of workers." Everything you learn in school, every single solitary thing about how to think, you learn because school has taught you to think that way. They taught you to think like an employee. They taught you to think like a poor person, because if everyone was rich, the economy would follow.
Have you noticed that the second you leave school, every subject suddenly becomes so interesting? Well, I believe that it's because every student finally has the freedom to learn about the things they actually want to learn about at their own pace. And I think Albert Einstein actually perfectly exposed the problem with modern school systems when he said that quote that goes, "If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then it'll live its whole life thinking it's stupid." Because how insane is it that we expect every kid to learn at the exact same pace about the exact same things?
A man by the name of Howard Gardner came up with a theory of multiple intelligences. He said that there are auditory learners, kinesthetic learners, people that learn through touch, people that learn through stories. See, we all have different gifts and strengths, and to create an educational system where only one type of learning is preferred is absurd. Not only unfair, but it sacrifices the God-given abilities of students and the good.
What a time to be alive. There are people out here spending thousands and thousands of dollars, years of their life to go to college, just so that hopefully one day they can find a job, climb up the corporate ladder, and make $200,000 a year. Meanwhile, we have teenagers, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, selling life insurance, in car sales, doing HVAC, selling roofs, making that kind of money their second or third year in business. College is a scam.
Despite what you might be thinking, these two circles are not equal. I repeat, these two circles are not equal. One is in fact larger than the other. What I need you to do is determine which one that is. So, please raise your hand if you believe the blue circle is larger than the red. All right. Please raise your hand if you believe the red circle is larger than the blue. All right, very good. Now, before I said anything about these two circles, what was your first instinct? Equal, right? Because they look equal. And the reason why they look equal is because, in fact, they are equal. These two circles are identical. Yet I got just about every one of you to raise your hand and say that they're not. So what do we learn? That you can be manipulated like that to believe in something that goes against your natural instincts. Just imagine as a child you're taught that the blue circle is larger than the red. If you say it enough times, you convince yourself that's the truth. If you're told the lie enough times, it becomes part of your reality. And if enough people are taught that lie, that the blue circle is larger than the red, well, now it becomes part of the culture. And if that culture then passes that misinformation along to the next generation, well, now it becomes tradition.
The system doesn't keep people trapped through force. That would be too easy. It keeps you trapped through comfort. But there's a certain type of person, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. And if you're watching this video, you're probably one of them. So the question now is, what are you actually gonna fucking do about it?